indication at all. This match is going to be very, very interesting. Braden lock up, pushes off JC. Both men now make their way back to the middle of the ring. JC turns his eyes to Braden and shoves Braden off of him. Goes off of the ropes, and JC comes firing back into the middle of the ring. Goes up, drop kick right to the face.
Oh, wow. That's going to leave a little bit of a mark there. Maybe he's got a, I don't know. That's going to put a little kink in the turkey.
Yes, it will. But Braden gives him one back right to the face. Drop kick right from Braden to JC, and now JC's down on the ground.
But not for long, and he picks
him over, throws him down,
takes him down
bar. And he is working the arm right now. Knee down into the back of Braden.
And Steve checking him out, or he's had too much alcohol and he's down on the ground anyway.
And we know that both of these guys are what you would say, you know, technicians, kind of high flyers. They're very, very energetic, bring a lot of intensity to and agility and speed to the ring. So you're going to see a lot of the drop kicks, a lot of the quick moves, and a lot of quick back and forth between these two guys is what I would expect to see here. Braden goes with an arm drag, pulls JC down to the ground, and now Braden backs out, going for a very, very early pin. This definitely isn't going to get you much of anything. One, and he kicks out, just like we expected that to happen.
No, that's it.
Yes, Steve, you counted to one. Ooh. Now Braden lifts up JC. Right there with a nice wrist lock. JC whipping Braden around the ring like a rag doll right now. Twist him over one more time. Pulls back. Hooks it. Continues to retch on the arm. Continues to pull on the arm. Stretching into the shoulder, into the elbow. Kind of hyperextending the arm. Turns over and he kicks him right to the face. Horse kick.
That's the exclamation point on it. But he's
and a
not
move
done.
we've seen a lot tonight. Springboard 180 leg drop hits right to the throat of Braden Karsin. And like we said, both men very fast, very, very, very agile. And JC shows that right there. Whips him around, hits a nice reverse kick, then comes off with a springboard 180 leg drop. And then he hops right back up to his feet. Braden holding on to his head, and JC hops right up to the top turnbuckle. Kind of waiting, just lurking, waiting on Braden to get up. Almost just calling for him to get up. Braden feeling on his head, down on his knees, right into the middle of the mat. And JC wants them to get up. He comes right across, goes in for a flying elbow drop, and Braden slides, rolls out of the way, and JC shoves his elbow right into the middle of the mat.
Heavily favoring that elbow now.
Yes, he is. All your body weight coming down onto your elbow. I mean, from a very, very high distance, because JC really got up there. That's definitely not something that's easy to come back from. That's a lot of pain. 1, 2, kicks out. But the count does get up to 2, and Braden, after sliding out of the way from the elbow drop, really looking to take advantage here, as JC has been on the attack the majority of this match so far. Braden now lifts JC up, throws JC into the corner. Braden backs out to the corner himself. All the way clear across the ring, Braden comes charging in. Rising, running knee. Step up, knee right to the face, and JC comes out of the corner wobbly. Braden comes off of the ropes, comes around, but he jumps up at the last second. And JC with a huge hit, knocking Braden right down to the ground. Jumping lariat right to the face.
Dazed and confused, and still has a mind to throw that arm right across Braden and say, "Hello, I'm still here, still performing."
Yes, he is. What I was expecting to see out of that, and I've seen Braden do it a few times. He likes to come off the ropes and sometimes hit that swinging neck breaker. But he came off right there, and JC was waiting, and nice strikes right to the face.
There's a speed, and he's up, over.
Goes over. And he's flipped over, goes for the storm shutter right there, looking for the finisher early, comes off, flips around, gets set up, but then at the last second, Braden pops him down, says no, and just throws him over his shoulder like a rag doll. Braden now lifting JC up in the middle of the ring. Kick right to the face. Another kick right to the side. Another kick right to the face. JC is definitely dazed. Jumps up, grabs. Enziguri right to the face. Turns around, knocks JC right to the ground. Braden backs out, hops to the top turnbuckle. JC slowly getting up. Braden calling for it. He wants it. He wants JC to be on his feet.
He didn't see how well that worked out for JC, but...
Very true. He comes charging in for a flying clothesline, and he's caught out of the air. T-bone. Like you, and you called it, Rock, perfectly. It didn't work out for JC, and it did not work out for Braden. To be honest, I think Braden might have got a little bit worse.
Oh yeah, he definitely got the short end of that deal. He's still down, and he's getting a little bit of time to collect his thoughts before he mounts his next attack here.
Yes, he has. JC gets up. Backs out. Kind of just stalking, walking around, kind of thinking about what he wants to do here. Decides to go down, pin, hooks the leg. Steve. 1,
Steve.
2. Only a 2 count, and he's able to kick out. Almost a 2 count, and Steve was so slow. Could have been a 3. JC wanted that too, because begging for the ref, telling him, come on, pay more attention to what's going on here. JC leans down, lifting up Braden. Braden kick, but he's caught by JC, and you wonder what he has in mind. Turns around with a nice kick, comes back off. Vaulting over, best moonsault, and it does not connect. He is caught out of midair, power slam, turn around, and dropped down by JC's forward.
These two men have been, we've seen them before, and they know each other. There's a lot of scouting going on here, obviously, because they have each other's moves scouted to a T. They know when it's going to come. They know what to hit to take it out.
And JC, I mean, just the amount of strength that it takes right there to just catch him out of the air. Go for 2 drop kicks, and they just knock off of each other. Both guys right, just feet connecting. Both laying down. And that lets you know, they've been around each other. They know what to expect. And like we said, these guys, their styles are very similar as to what they want to do. We've seen a lot of high-flying, fast, quick moves. And right there, they come off of the ropes, and they have the same thing in mind. They're going for the drop kick. A move that both of them are very good at and have used very, very successfully. And they both do it, and boom, feet just connect. And they're both just grabbing down at their legs now. Now both men starting to make their way up onto their feet. And like we said, ladies and gentlemen, this is the main event. This will be the final match of the night. We want to thank you all for coming out. You have been a great, great crowd. We had a great turnout here for the first night of ACW Sabotage. And we will have a lot more coming for you every Tuesday night at 5 p.m. SLT. And a lot of quick moves going on there. Braden throws JC into the ropes, comes across, kick to the gut, spinning neck breaker connect.
Oh my.
And he pulls JC right down. Now Braden goes back onto the attacks, but he slides out of the ring. Just slides out onto the apron though. Just drops, rolls down, gets onto the apron, and you wonder what he has in mind. He's pandering out to the crowd, something that I'm just not a fan of that. Not am I not a fan of it. I mean, by all means, if you want to showboat, hey, I'm fine with that. But too many times it costs you matches. But right there, it definitely does. It doesn't hurt him at all. He hits the moonsault, went for it once, got caught to a power slam by JC. JC's flat out, and Braden hits the moonsault pin, hooks the leg. Steve's ready. 1, 2, and at the last second, JC powers out. Almost a 3 count, but JC finds a way to stay alive, and Braden cannot believe it.
What?
Braden, just so you know, Braden, those cheers were for JC kicking out, not for you.
Not for your moonsault, even though it was pretty. It was a nice moonsault, but they're not cheering for you, dude. Now Braden is getting out of the wrist lock, whipping around, flipping around, and then drops right down at reverse. STO right there. JC grabs and slams the head of Braden into the mat. Goes down for the pin and get down, Steve. 1, 2, and he's able to kick out almost. Almost a 3.
Almost.
But Braden powers out of the last second because Steve is so slow. It's always nice to just blame the referee, isn't it? Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
Yeah, well, he better get faster than that if he's going to beat the production guy to the office.
Yeah. Braden making his way up, and JC is waiting for it. JC comes off of the ropes, fires back into Braden, and just right there, a ground shining back. Comes sliding in with a kick right to the side of the face, just punt right to the side of the head of Braden, and Braden is out. He is out, and JC needs to go for the pin here. Just get down, just end it. JC falls down, reaches across Braden, gets his arm on him. Pin 1, 2, coming down for 3, and Braden is able to kick out in the last second. Braden somehow finding a way to get out of that one. A nice kick right to the side of the head, almost taking his head off. But Braden stays alive in the match. Main event, ladies and gentlemen, and this is main event quality. All of the matches we've had tonight have been main event quality matches. Now JC Storm back up onto his feet, works into the corner. He's waiting. Braden gets up wobbly. JC comes charging in, but Braden with a knee to the gut straight away. Reaches down, turns him over, lifts him up, flips him, and brings him right down. A nice slam sideways right into the mat. And now Braden is on top, and JC finds his way onto the ground, reaches down, gets his hand across. You wonder if this is it. Waiting for Steve to get down. Waiting for Steve to get down. 1, 2. Again, another almost. Kicks out. JC now not relinquishing, not letting up. Braden telling him to stay down. But JC gets the shoulder up. Braden lifting up JC. Both men lock up in the middle of the ring. JC going with the wrist lock. Then lock back up in the middle of the ring. These men are very evenly matched in there right now. Wrist lock again by JC, continuing to work the arm of Braden. But right there, Braden twists it around and counters. JC, now he's being countered, but a hammerlock performed. JC counters.
There we go. There it is. The two men scouting each other so much that they know exactly what to do and when to do it to keep themselves from being in way too much trouble now.
And Braden,
but we have an armbar takedown. Steve, armbar takedown, Steve.
Pay attention, Steve. Steve, pay attention. JC working the arm, the same arm he has been on the attack of all night long, and you wonder if maybe this could be it. Braden writhing out in pain, but JC bringing him back up to his feet, and right there gets kicked to the face. Headlock, front face lock right there from Braden. But turns it into a side headlock by JC. Both men very back and forth right now. And then JC go right there, taken down to the ground by Braden with a side headlock. Headlock takedown. JC now head being squeezed right there by Braden down on the ground. Now Braden easing his way up to his feet, up to a knee. And now they lock up each other once again. But right there they lock up. Braden fighting out of it, spinning around, turns it around, sweeps the legs. Takes JC down to the ground. JC grabbing onto his knees, but he rolls and he gets back up. Both men now staring each other down into the middle of the ring, and JC gives Braden a taste of his own medicine, a leg sweep kick, and Braden rolls right back up just like JC did. Now Braden grabs another headlock takedown. He's continuing to work the neck area of JC Storm, pulling him down to the ground. But JC turns around and goes for the headlock pin. You wonder, 1, 2. Hand coming down for three, and Braden kicks out, but so smooth, so smart by JC. On the headlock, he's able to roll it over there, nearly get the pinfall. Now Braden working his way back up to his feet, throws JC into the ropes. JC comes back. Braden sitting there, wings around, and a big, strong back kick, knocking JC Storm down to the ground.
And Braden is calling out to the fans he doesn't have.
Uh-oh. And the music for the person we've kind of been waiting to make an appearance, maybe. JC grabbing onto his head, and the music is now blaring. Michael Karsin's entrance. Braden asking, what is this? What is going on? JC could take advantage of this, you know. He's Braden standing there, waiting. JC easing his way up to his knees. Braden standing there, waiting for Michael. Braden waiting for Michael, and JC is up on his feet, and the music stops. Braden looks confused.
But JC on his feet.
Turns around, and right there, kick to the gut. Right there, JC puts his head down there, lifts him up, turns around, hooks the arms on the leg. Storms clash hits, and Braden Karsin is going to lose this match, I have a feeling. 1, 2, 3, and JC Storm comes out of this match with the victory. And it all is because Michael Karsin did not make his entrance, but the music was enough to distract Braden, and JC took full advantage of it. Final thoughts on the night, Rock. GM, this is your first night. Sabotage's first night. ACW's first night. What do you have to say about everything?
Well, I think the fans in attendance make it speak for itself. I mean, we have had quite an intense, long show, and quite a few of them still here watching it.
Yes. We want to thank you all who stayed. We want to thank all of those who came, maybe all of those who maybe watch this later, at a later time. We want to thank you all for coming to the inaugural, the first ever ACW Sabotage. Congratulations to all of our victors tonight. Braden Karsin loses to JC Storm. So congratulations, JC. Congratulations, Bree Fox. And congratulations, Kyle Strange. And congratulations to Kristen. And next week, ladies and gentlemen, the Women's Championship Tournament comes to a head. Bree Fox will face off against Kristen for the Women's Championship. What's going to happen with JW and Braden? We saw that earlier tonight. What's going to happen with Braden and Michael? We saw that later tonight. So many things going on. So many questions. So many answers coming for you Tuesday. 5 p.m. SLT. Have a great night. Thank you all for coming, and we will see you all next Tuesday, 5 p.m. right here. Get your tickets now. We will see you then. Good night, ladies and gentlemen.
Good night, everyone.